Carl and Lou here from Games at Brrraains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for shop. You know what time of year it is. It's Christmas time, so it's Christmas track by track time. And we have struggled a little bit more to find fresh and new ones. Because, of course, Christmas albums aren't that, regular. They're not 10 a penny. There's not loads of them.
I think even like not related to metal and rock, you still see Christmas compilations and it's the same
stuff.
Same songs.
Yep, same stuff.
They can still do that.
Yeah, the ones that are kind of putting out trying to Christmas singles even in mainstream tend to be just doing wank stuff now on the purpose of just trying to get charity number ones and Christmas number ones and stuff like that.
I don't know how they sell them in today's age of you can literally put a YouTube compilation. I don't know how you can still make that kind of thing.
But there are stuff. There's plenty we haven't covered, but at least they're the bigger ones. But this was a random one I kind of came across, and I thought, okay, let's do this. And I went back and forth and doing this one, if I'm honest, because the biggest problem I found, right, because normally I'm like, okay, let's do this, but let me now Google and try and find information out upon this person. Who the fuck is Jimi Cringle? Did you find anything out? Because I found nothing. No Facebook page, nothing. No. Just this album.
Just a part-time guitar. Just a guitarist.
I don't know who it is. I don't know any details about it. I've struggled to find anything. You put this name in, even avoiding the album title, it just brings up this album, links to this album and stuff like that.
Because I spelled Jimi Cringle with a K and it's not, it's with a C.
C, that's right, yeah.
And then Jimi Cringle came up with a random Christmas playlist. So I searched again and it came up the right one. But yeah, it just seems like a random project someone's done. So I don't know how you kind of found it.
Yeah, I don't know how I found it actually either now. I think it's one of those where you put in Christmas metal albums and then you keep you scroll past all the usual ones and then you get to the underbelly where it's just it's only connected by one letter, that kind of thing. Because this goes all the way back to 2013. This is a heavy metal instrumental album based around a festive period released in 2013. So literally we're almost at 10 years old of this, So this definitely passed everyone by, I think. Because I don't even see it ever added to compilations. You don't ever see a song by Jimi Cringle. No. And truth be told, I reckon I know why. Yeah. And it's this. It's not that it's bad. It's not that it's a bad instrumental album. It's not like it's bad guitar playing or anything like that. It is because it is boring as fuck. Yeah. And it's boring as fuck because it's the same covers you've heard a bazillion times over, done in almost the same ways. And you have heard these songs done with a guitar instrumentally, heavier, rocked up metal versions. You've heard them all before. Yeah. And that's the problem. Yeah,
and I feel like there's no vocal, so there's no kind of vocal parts to kind of I don't know, because at that ends a different layer of it.
It can do.
How do they sing them? Is there choirs? Is there epicness?
Think of some of the best Christmas songs that exist. Rob Halford, "Oh Holy Night." We know the "Oh Holy Night" tune, and even that it's played out in a mellow way. It's his vocals that add much to that, So we are going to talk it through. It is a long one as well, frustratingly long. Yeah. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. Yeah. We begin with "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." So if you were hoping for some originality in this album, think again. Yeah. This is the most standard guitar-driven version of this track you may ever hear. There's nothing wrong with it. No. There's nothing wrong with it. But it is just boring and plain. Yeah. That's it.
There's nothing special about it.
Yeah.
And the more I listen to it, the more it just comes across very someone's just personal project.
Yeah.
They released it. They just wanted to play a bit of Christmas music with their guitars on it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We'll say, I don't think it's a bad version. I'm not saying, it's the worst version I've heard. But be honest, man, at this stage and this many years of doing this and Christmas music, being this plain and just boring and ho-hum is just not good enough. Yeah. When we've heard such quality Christmas music from a wide variety of bands.
And the fact we didn't find much out about it does definitely feel don't think they didn't. It was just literally that they only wanted just to have their own personal projects to put it out there.
Yeah, I think you've kind of nailed it, yeah. If you are Jimi Cringle watching this or someone who knows a bit more details, let us know because we've really struggled. Yeah. Carol of the Bells. It's always a difficult one to cover. And I've not heard many versions that I actually really like of this because it's, that tune. But this is pretty much the same. I like the darker groove and how it does go off on its own on occasion. But the actual main melody, it's standard stuff and doesn't do much for me.
I do like the element. I do like the having guitars on this actual track. Carol of the Bells adds drama. That's what I thought. That.
Yep.
Just
Drama.
a little bit darker than like because it's. Yeah, I think in general that's what it reminded me of. In The Office. There's a comedy program that uses like a guitar version of Carol the Bells. It might be The Office when Dwight's playing Christmas music.
Okay, maybe.
And that's what I'm getting flashbacks of. But yeah, nothing special.
Let us know in the comments if she's right. Rocking Around a Christmas Tree. Talking about songs I dislike. This is one of my most hated Christmas songs. So, it is actually really cool to hear Cringle change a lot of this up. However, because at first I was like, hey, this is quite different.
Yeah.
This was cool. But then that familiar tune comes out, and I can't be mad at him because he kind of has to. It's a cover, and it just slips in the doldrums then.
It sounds like it's going to be a bit dark, but not really keen on guitar sounding like the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean by that? Obviously, they're trying to play like it's the words.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, which is no bad thing.
No, it came across like Guitar Hero.
Okay.
The stop-start nature of Rocking Around the Christmas Tree being played as if it's being sung.
Right.
It felt like Guitar Hero when you get a really difficult set of notes and it stops and.
Right, that's an interesting comparative. Okay.
I do like it with the chorus though, because you've got the speed, so it's not as noticeable. But when it's actual verses, it's like, oh, it really doesn't sound. It makes the guitar sound a bit crap.
Okay.
For me. But
It's Rocking Around a Christmas Tree. I hate it as a song. I really do.
I don't mind it. I like the original.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hark the Herald Angels Sing. This is pretty good, I've got to say. Mainly because it's not a regularly covered song. So I saw it on the track listing and I thought, okay, this is interesting. Yeah. This is not what I get here often. But I also think it's good because the guitar tone really flows in this one. It's really smooth. I like this one.
I didn't.
Okay.
There's no fun, no extra touches. I wanted pizzazz. Yeah, I think no pizzazz.
Okay, we're different on that one. Oh, come on, you faithful. All right, I am going to praise him again for this one. I think Cringle makes this one sound quite epic. And it's probably one of the more notable versions that messes around with the formula just enough to my liking. I expected to hate this one. Because, again, this has been done a bit as well. But I didn't. In fact, I really liked it.
But it just feels like background music.
Oh, I think you're being too harsh on this, man.
Oh, no,
okay.
I want covers to be fun or something different. I didn't like it.
This was fun.
No,
I disagree. Need this one, bro. Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem. Interesting choice. I mean, it's cool that it's such a heavier version, but I think this is rubbish.
Yeah. Again, just bland.
Yeah.
There's no fun with it. I had to keep going back, and I had to listen to this on YouTube because Spotify was giving me nightmares. But trying to go back, I was like, have I listened to this one? I think, again, having no vocal references as well didn't help.
Okay.
Yeah.
We Three Kings of Orient are. I like the psychedelic twang and melody that is given to this one. This would be better, and it would be good overall, I think, if it was cut down. But it's over 4 minutes long and gets really repetitive. However, I'm going to give them props for imagination here.
Nope, don't like the twangy intro.
Oh,
I didn't like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the original Carol either.
I'm not a fan either.
No, definite skip. It's long.
It's too long.
Like 4 minutes. Compared to everything else, it's like been a peppier 2 minutes, whatever.
You repeat so much because of that. Agreed. God rest ye merry gentlemen. A dramatic tone, which is unexpected, but it's another one that suffers from its length. I got bored very quickly with this one.
I put a somber intro, somber track, and these vocals add some life to it. But I liked it.
Okay.
More than the other ones. Yeah.
We got different views on this album overall, I think. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Ugh. This has got to be one of the most covered tracks, and this version does nothing for me. We've heard it done like this 100, 1,000 times before. Yeah. Do something fucking different with it, please. Yeah. Nothing here, no.
It's the kind of track that needs vocals. Because everyone knows the words. And
I really don't think it would have been helped. I don't think it would have helped.
I think it would, because it's supposed to be. Like carols, you can play carols without people singing. Do you see what I mean? Like you could have carols playing.
No, it's just the same song. No.
Yeah, no.
Nope, disagree. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. While it doesn't get the cover treatment as much as many of the others, to be fair, it doesn't. It's still regularly covered. Jimi Cringle certainly does it differently at first. I quite like the dark atmosphere that comes at the start, but once again, it just hits familiar territory, and then I'm like, nah, I'm Jerry Seinfeld, mate. Put my hands up. Nope.
It sounds like an air raid siren at the beginning. So
Yeah.
I thought it was going to take a darker twist.
Which is what I like at the start of it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, sweet. And then it was like, nope, just generic.
Because it's got to do that, because it's a cover song.
Yeah. Because you can make it quite dark. We watched a film the other day about
Of course, it's very
apocalyptic
easy to do. We
Christmas.
hear it really, really, you know.
But yeah, no, nothing from that one.
No, same. Penultimate track, and I saw the title and went, well, he's fucked.
Silent Night.
Because bear in mind what we've gone through, and we have heard excellent versions of Silent Night. Excellent versions done. So, like, based off what I've heard already, I was like, well, you ain't going to be able to do anything impressive.
It just makes me want to go back to We Wish You a Metal Christmas.
Yeah, because she's got a
that's
great
out
version
there.
of Silent Night,
Yeah.
of course. And the simple fact that it's simply, you have to pile all the stops out these days to impress me if we're going to do Silent Night. And this is not a good version. Go on the route of guitar soloing before upping the tempo for what is overall a blasé effort.
Yep. It says slightly more energy, but just dull.
Yeah, dull.
Yeah, I was looking forward to the end of it, and I'm like,
Yeah, same here. I was looking forward to actually being done with this, even if it meant I had to do this one. And it's, God almighty, you don't have to do this, guys, in your album. You don't have to go, what's the last track? Well, we're ending on New Year's Eve, so let's do Old Lang Syne.
apparently Auld Lang Syne wasn't sung on New Year's Eve.
Well, yeah, but in regard to how it is,
I know.
don't be that person. Don't be that. Don't be that
fine.
Sheldon. Sheldon. I don't like this. I don't like this song. I don't like the covers, and this is exactly the same as all the others. There's nothing wrong with it. It's inoffensive. It's plain. It's boring. I'm not going to bother again.
You're putting your finger down to walk out then.
Yeah, just getting. I'm going.
Flipping the table. It's been covered a million times.
Yeah.
But I like the speed with the guitars. Bit more energy to it. Like it's sped up. So yeah. We are so different on this one.
We really are. We really are what we got out of this. But overall, I think we both agree the same thing. There's nothing bad, inherently bad about it. I think it'd be unfair us to sit here and say shit guitars, shit tempo, shit music. It's simply this. It's a boring, bland, you've heard it all before Christmas album. Mm-hmm.
Top three
tracks then, yeah.
So I went for Carol of the Bells, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, and Auld Lang Syne.
Yeah, they are completely different in this. Completely. Hark, the herald angels sing, O come all you faithful, and We Three Kings of Orient are. Two of which I chose based on the fact that I don't hear those covers much. So I was more than happy to have versions of them.
They're not the school bangers, are they?
No, they're not. None of the... But this is Jimi Cringle, Have Yourself a Heavy Metal Christmas. Even the fucking title is just like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like we said, it's not the worst thing we've heard, but it certainly isn't going to be getting going on any playlist anytime soon, Christmas playlists. What do you reckon? You got any thoughts on it? Are you Jimi Cringle? Do you know Jimi Cringle? Let us know in the comments.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?